Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. A little rant video, sort of a rant video, a discussion. So, the music world is all excited. Britney Spears released her first new song in 6 years, a duet with Elton John, a thing called Hold Me Close, which is basically a new version of the classic Elton John song, Tiny Dancer. So, I'm like, alright, I'll check that out. I go on Spotify, I listen to it. It's apparently instantly like #1 in 40 countries. And I listened to it and I'm like, really? Like, this is the music of today. I still can't get it. You know, it's not really music. And it really bothered me because Tiny Dancer, for one thing, I think is not only one of Elton John's greatest songs, I think it's one of the all-time greatest songs of all time. So, you know, it was originally on the classic Madman Across the Water album way back in the day. It's got Levon, and there it is, Tiny Dancer. And then it got some life when it was used amazingly well in the movie Almost Famous. And there it is on the soundtrack. So then Tiny Dancer got a whole new life from that movie because it was used so well, the Cameron Crowe film Almost Famous. So here it is again. And I'm like, first of all, when you listen to it, it's obviously made for the dance floor, so that's okay. It's got the loudest, heaviest bass, and it's funky. It sounds like it could be real bass, but the rest of it is so manufactured, so plastic. You know, clearly, you know, Elton and Britney Spears weren't together when they recorded this thing. In fact, it sounds to me like it was completely the work of a producer. I mean, the auto-tune, which I know is really popular in the music of today, so people who can't sing can semi-sing. But this song is all about the chorus. It's kind of like verses. It reminds me, you can't tell exactly what's going on in the verses. Is that Britney singing? I guess it is, but it's so computerized and so keyboard-oriented. There's not much going on, and then when it kicks in to the chorus, Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer, you know, yeah, it's a good dance floor song. Good work by the producer. I mean, that chorus is so strong that any version would be great because it's such an amazing song. But this one is so over the top. Good job by the producer, but again, where's Elton and Britney together? I don't know. You know, can Britney sing? I don't know. You certainly don't really hear it on this song. It's just so auto-tuned. It's so manufactured. It's so not real sounding. But I guess that's not the point of it. So, yeah, when I heard it, I was kind of like bummed. I'm like, man, you know, Elton, it's like this battle to continually stay relevant. But then I was talking with my son over there, and he was like, yeah, but it's working. You know, Elton did his biopic, you know, like the Queen one did, and Elton did one, and that was a pretty good movie. You know, it was a little different. It kind of broke into song and dance, so it wasn't a straight biopic. But it was still good. And then I guess last year he did the same thing that he did with Britney Spears. Now he did with Dua Lipa, that thing Cold Heart, which was clearly the same thing he's doing with Britney, but that was like a version of Rocket Man and Sacrifice, and maybe it had Kiss the Bride, if I remember right. It was a little bit in there. So here he is repeating the formula with Britney. And it's really, really smart on Elton John's part. I mean, he was in the Kingsman movie. You know, he's putting himself out there. And, of course, he's in the middle of doing his farewell tour, which has been going on for, you tell me, 3 or 4 years. And now it's going to be one of the biggest tours of all time. And Elton's back to selling out stadiums on his own. So clearly, the man knows what he's doing to create relevancy in the modern world. But if you're an Elton John fan like me, it definitely gives me mixed blessings. Because after all, he's been releasing new records steadily, and a true fan like me buys them. You know, here's The Captain and Me. It was a good record. Peachtree Road, very good record. Songs from the West Coast, amazing record, one of Elton's best. Recent ones, well, he did the one with Leon Russell, who was one of his not childhood, but Leon Russell was one of his musical idols. They did The Union, excellent record. He did The Diving Board. I liked it. It was okay. And one of his most recent ones, Wonderful Crazy Night, which was okay as well. produced by T-Bone Burnett. So Elton still releases new music, but nobody really buys it except for us big fans. And then what happens is when he does things like this with Britney Spears, well, it kind of bothers me. But #1 in 40 countries, and it is a good dance track. So what do you guys think? What do you think of Elton and staying relevant and the new duet, sort of duet with Britney? They clearly weren't together, and it's clearly pretty much 100% the work of a producer. So what do you think of it? Because I don't know what the answer is. You know, like my son Michael was just saying, listen, the Stones may still sell out stadiums, but they're really not relevant to the younger generation. You know, what's the Stones' biggest tracks on Spotify is things like Painted Black and Sympathy for the Devil, and the reason why is because they're used in video games. So you got to stay relevant. Let me know your opinions, you know, and I'm kind of curious because I'm on the fence. It's a kind of a rant, but it's really not a rant because I don't know what the hell the answer is, and I'd like to know what you think. If you don't subscribe, please hit subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Make my channel grow so my videos show up on searches and more people can join my videos in our little community. So thanks again. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay safe. See you on the next video. The next video is going to be a music video, not a rant. Okay, take care.